Come on and take a walk with me through this green and growing land. Walk through the meadows and the mountains and the sand. Walk through the valleys and the rivers and the plains. Walk through the sun and walk through the rain. Here's a land full of power and glory, beauty that words cannot recall. All her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Glory shall rest on us all. From Colorado, Kansas, and the Carolinas to Virginia and Alaska, from the old to the new, Texas and Ohio and the California shore. Tell me who could ask for more? Here's a land full of power and glory, beauty that words cannot recall. All her power shall rest on the strength of her freedom. Glory shall rest on us all. Yet she's only as rich as the poorest of the poor, only as free as a padlocked prison door, only as strong as our love for this land, only as tall as we stand. For here's a land full of power and glory, beauty that words strength of her freedom.
La verdad que sí nos trataron mal, porque algunas mujeres de las que tenían niños pequeños que les daban pecho, yo vi, porque yo estaba cerca de ellas, que hasta las hicieron que le sacaran la leche del pecho para ver si era verdad que tenían niños tiernos. Casi a todas ellas las pusieron a sacarse la leche del pecho y hasta se burlaban. Decían de que uno de ellos le decía al otro que le alcanzara galletas Oreo para tomar con leche. Estaban ordeñando la vaca. Nosotros estábamos en el otro cuarto escuchando y ya las mujeres llorando. O sea que ellos se burlan de uno. Es lo que más nos hay que, porque imagínense, digo yo, uno aquí viene a trabajar y yo no gusta.
6 or 7 officers came into my cell. And they took, one officer punched me in the face, right here, where you see this bruise, and then they slammed, and I fell to the ground unconscious, and the officer grabbed me by the head, slammed my head on the ground, and re-awoke me out of the consciousness. And I was bleeding everywhere. They dragged me to another detaining cell. They put a bag over my head that had a tag on it, and they used pain compliance tactics on me for about an hour and a half.
Well, the cross once made of silver, oh, now has turned to rust. And the Sunday morning services preaching hero of men in love, and heaven only knows in which God they must trust. Oh, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Jerry Falwell, find yourself another country to be part of.
Young and very scared, like the 21-year-old woman from Madison you see here. She was hit by paintballs, hit by tear gas. Police are surprised at this point she's still standing because she's taken so much of the chemical irritant to her face. They do take her away. She tells them, I love you, I love you. Now in the meantime, they tried to keep us from observing this arrest, and we insisted on staying there so that we could see what happened to her.
Police, and tonight we watched protesters block the street about a block from here. About 50 protesters in the street. The police came in, riot here from both sides, and they refused to let anybody out, including people who were just on the sidewalk.
People behind me have no identification, which is against the law. An officer has to be identified by a badge or nameplate. If you look behind me at all these sheriffs, there is not one of them identifiable. Hey, we need to. As you say, these guys could hurt us at any given time, and we will not know how to hold them accountable. We can't identify these guys. These guys are operating with complete impunity.
Gave everybody their legal numbering, because what was unclear at that moment was.
Who wanna change the focus from Halliburton and then run?
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. United will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Well, the cross once made of silver, oh, now has turned to rust. And the Sunday morning services preaching hero of men in love. And heaven only knows, in the pitch God they must trust. Oh, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of. Jerry Falwell, find yourself another country to be part of. And here's to the laws of Alberto Gonzalez. Congress will pass an act in the panic of the day, and the Constitution's drowning in an ocean of decay. Freedom of speech is dangerous, I've even heard them say. Oh, yes, still.
We're celebrating with our kids. Something we've been doing since I was a little kid. Every road we cross, sand, land, that's it. That's all we're doing. And resisting.
Police say 75 people, including many children still wearing their medals and carrying their trophies, were yelling and getting too close. The officers claim they feared for their safety. Even though Myers was handcuffed, no one was drinking and there were no weapons. That's when the pepper spray came out.
And they hope that no one sees the sights, no one hears the sounds, 'cause the speeches of the president are the ravings of a clown. Ah, here's to the land you've torn out the heart of.
Unidos en la lucha, no nos moverán. Unidos en la lucha,